All right, folks. We're here, July 4th, Boat and Toke Show, in the cabin of the Butterfly, Richardson Bay. Hopefully, y'all can hear this. There's all kinds of background information, shit going on all of a sudden. It's quiet a little while ago, but I guess that's how it's going to be. Look, my dad sent an email out. It's pretty hit to the point right here for the 4th of July. I'm going to read it out for y'all. Happy birthday, America. On this your 242nd anniversary as a nation. 242 sounds at first like a lot of years, but in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't that long. Egypt has been in existence for about 5,000 years. That's a long time. But who among us would trade places with an Egyptian? Who would trade places with any foreign national from any country? The answer comes up nobody, because of one simple word: freedom. Our founding fathers phrased it precisely correctly. Certain unalienable rights that include life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That may not be an exact quote, but it gets the message across. No other nation in the world, neither before nor since our founding, has enjoyed these rights as we do. It is why there are so many people clamoring to get into our country and no one clamoring to get out. I do admit to becoming more than a little exercised over those people who come to our nation looking for a better way of life and then want to change our way of life to match the one they just left behind. My simple philosophy is that the old way is so great, that if the old way is so great, then they simply should go back from whence they came. They would not be missed. Our forefathers extricated themselves from the clutches of a repressive regime, not by words on paper, but by swords and guns on battlefields. Until the War of Independence was won, we were merely one more colony in the British Empire. Even before the words were set down, backyard blacksmith shops were forging firearms, mostly with no thought in mind to use them against the British. But the backyard shops came in handy when a great need arose. We still have backyard shops, a little less primitive nowadays, manufacturing firearms for the sporting world. Hitler and Tojo learned firsthand how quickly the intended use of production lines can be converted from products for sports and leisure into products to turn back regimes bent on our destruction. Automotive assembly lines were replaced by assembly lines for tanks and half-tracks, mostly with the same workers. Winchester Repeating Arms ceased production of its sporting rifles to put its name on M1 Garands. Remington Arms produced the vulnerable A303 rifles, as did the typewriter company Smith Corona. Nothing embodied the American spirit more than the call to arms when this peaceable, peace-loving nation was set upon by warring factions. It could happen again if we forgot the words of former President Ronald Reagan. No nation was ever attacked because it was too strong. I make no apology for my belief in peace through strength, a belief that we need to maintain our military at a level sufficient to guarantee that we never have to use it. Today, as we celebrate our many freedoms, our independence, we must be grateful to these countless millions who have served and who now serve to keep our nation strong and safe. Thank you, soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen, wherever you are for your service. Our debt is one to you that can never fully repay. Freedom is not free. End of email. Folks, that's it in nutshells. 4th of July. Celebrate your 4th, do your barbecue, whatever you got to do for today. Enjoy. Remember, today is a celebration of this country's birth.